Last time on Elements of a Great Adventure.
None of the dwarves we've sent in have come back out. We have dubbed it Death's Pyramid.
How do you know they died?
I guess that's true. We definitely didn't send them with 2 weeks worth of food. The floor goes out from underneath you, and you each begin falling. And as you're falling, there's like separate tubes. And you all, it's like a big old slide, and you all go down separate tubes.
Boel, what did you see?
You don't get a response.
Boel! Boel, are you there?
Silence.
I hate you. I'm not playing this game anymore.
No, our friend.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Animals. Wait, that's the wrong one. Elements of a Great Adventure podcast. You can tell which one I record more regularly.
Shade.
We're back. Some D&D. Hey, did we decide? Are you using Rael or
Relan.
Relan?
I think it's just probably gonna go with whatever people call me, honestly.
I want to be respectful.
Yo, our man.
I mean, taking on the last name, I think, was also pretty significant.
Could
so
you tell new listeners what your last name is?
Yeah.
it's pronounced Ashul.
How is it spelled?
No, it's pronounced asshole, but it's spelled.
Well, I'm not going to say it like that.
Just gonna get out there with it.
Achhoell, and the C has a little dooley bop over it.
A little doodly bop.
The little, you know,
Describe to me
the
what
dooley
a
bop.
is.
Yeah.
Like
Good job.
French words have a lot of them. The little dash on top of the letter.
Oh, there's a word for this, but I can't remember what they're called.
Spanish has a lot of them too. C instead of the dot above the I. It's one of these little slanty.
Thank you for describing. Thank you. Sorry, you just did it with your hand. I'm like, yeah, the audience can totally see that.
I think it's just an accent.
What?
I mean, whenever I was in Spanish class, they just called that an accent.
Just called
Yeah,
an
that's.
accent.
Thank you.
Okay.
No, we all literally forgot.
I could
Yeah.
not think of the word.
So thank you.
The C has an accent.
The squiggly on the N, the Enya sound, that's a tilde.
Yeah, I know what a tilde is.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You know what the dot on the top of an I is called?
Your mom.
Close enough. Tittle.
What?
It's called a tittle. I'm not lying. Tittle.
But it's just
It's a
dot.
it's a nipple
Why does
on
it?
an eye.
Why does it have to have a name? It's just a dot. Ah.
You better write that tittle on your eye, boy.
Okay, so to actual D&D. Kylie, remind me, did Kithri tell the rest of the party what she saw when she used her magic?
I think she did kind of freak out and say, there's residual magic. This thing is covered in residual magic, and I can't see anything else. But, like, that was, like, the last thing that happened, I think.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. And just a reminder, you tried to reach out to Boel, and he is AFK? MIA?
I do remember that.
He is
KIA.
not... He is
Question
No,
he's
not
not responsive.
KIA.
Just say non-responsive.
Listen,
Don't hurt me like this. It's my fault.
I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I have not decided Boel's fault. He was his fate. He was not supposed to be on this journey.
It gives you a whole lot to work with, though.
Part of me wants to have you find his dead body.
No.
But you were so nice and brought me tea. How could I do that to you?
Do you hear this, audiences? It pays to be nice to your DM.
Bring your DM snacks.
Can I cash in an inspiration for you to think real hard about it?
Please don't kill
Don't worry, I'm already thinking about it.
Okay.
Hold on to that bad boy. You may need it.
Oh, no. I don't like the sound of that.
Well, hey, so all three of you are standing in a pretty similar looking hallway. Towards the end of it, it tees off left or right. And there's nothing behind you. The lighting is minimal, but you can still see. It's a little dark. I'm pretty sure you all have goggles of night vision anyway. So it's not like it matters.
Well, not me anymore.
Oh yeah, Wayne is blind.
Right.
I have my cool Kenshi sash.
Oh, yeah, because it's just like outline stuff for you now.
Daredevil vision.
Daredevil vision. So who wants to go first? Anyone feeling good? Actually, let me remind you of what you hear kind of in the distance. Kithri hears what appears to be some sort of hospital or medical tent. I believe Relan.
Wow.
Relan.
Just got a new pair of Raylans for my birthday.
I can't remember. I told you heard home, right? What sounded like your original home?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the Underdark. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Wayne, you heard what appears to be a real life city.
Yeah.
So, who wants to go first? I'll let you decide. Or you could roll for it.
I want to roll for it.
All right, low roll goes first.
I'm just rolling a d20, right?
What are...
Yeah. Well, actually, what did you roll?
I rolled a 5.
What, like, out of what kind of dice?
Oh, D20.
Yeah, we'll go d20s.
Picked up a D4.
I mean, I can't. You're all the way on the other side of the room. You could roll a d4 if you really want to go first.
I rolled a 6.
Okay.
D20. Just... I rolled a 16.
All right, Wayne, you're up first.
Okay.
So, what is kind of let's get into Wayne's headspace here. What's he thinking? Is he's in this cave, and I'm gonna go a little more in detail with what he's hearing, just because it's real life. I know what that sounds like. You know, there are cars passing. Maybe like in the far distance, you can hear like emergency vehicle, people chattering in the street. There's maybe some music in the background, like some sort of live performance, some honking.
Well, I guess immediately I'm thinking to myself, because you said that the sound comes from both of the left and right side of the tunnel, because it like tees off.
Yeah, you can't quite tell which way it's coming from. But if you want to roll for it, you may or may not
I would like
get
to
a little bit better.
I'll roll for. What would you like me to roll?
Give me investigation, because you want to figure out which way it is, right?
Do I get to add mods if it's mod nat 1?
No.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Ouch.
Okay. So nothing comes of that, right?
No, you can't. Wayne can't tell what way the sound's coming from.
Okay.
Kind of what is he thinking?
Well, immediately, did we all discuss what we saw or heard?
I think the only one that mentioned was Kithri.
Well, I asked questions, and you both went, it sounds like home.
Oh,
Which
you're
didn't really give Kithri anything,
I see.
but you both did say it sounds like home.
Okay. Well, I guess first thing through my head right now is, well, this is obviously some sort of magic trap that is using my memories or something like that, or deepest, darkest desires or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's, I guess, first thought is
Okay.
somebody's using my brain against me.
Feel free. You can talk to the group. You can or you can move forward, or I mean, do anything. Try and break the walls, try and climb out, try and summon Lol. Maybe don't summon that
I'm
one.
going to go
Don't
ahead
do
and
that.
not try to get out because I think Relan tried to get out and nothing came of it. Or we already had looked at the roof where we fell
And
and
Right.
it
it's
had
shut.
sealed up.
Right.
So I'm just going to go ahead and tell the group, hey, knuckleheads, I'm going to go ahead and get this over with and just start going through the tunnels. I don't know if y'all just want to hang tight. I'll give you updates as I go along. So I'm going to go ahead and step forward till the T intersection.
Okay. And tell me which way you're going to go, and then roll a d4.
Okay. I'm right-handed, so I'll go left.
Okay.
I forgot about the D4. 1. Wow, 2 in a row.
Ouch.
That sucks. Okay, and you said you're going left?
Yeah.
Great. You walk down the path for a little bit, and give me a perception check.
Oh my god.
Please don't tell me it's a 1, please.
That's 3 in a row.
Oh, get him out early. Get him out early.
Yeah, probably better now to get him out. You don't really notice anything particular as you're walking,
Okay.
but you do come to a dead end, and a figure begins to appear as you walk closer.
To the dead end?
Yeah.
So it's like...
It's a little farther in the distance. You're not quite there, but you can
it's
tell.
like the Bowser painting in Mario
Yeah.
64?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like at the beginning of the hallway.
Yeah, okay. I have something to show you later.
No.
All right, well, I guess nonchalantly, I'm just going to keep walking up and go, sup.
And as you walk forward and you say sup, you recognize one of your friends from back home.
Oh, boy.
It is Giddy. And real quick, male or female?
I need to re-download Google Drive.
We need the reference sheet.
Yes. Let's see. Giddy throws magic stickers, Gambit plus Zatanna. That's what you have written down here.
Oh, shit. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say that is like... we'll go like biker girl. Not biker, like skater girl. You know, like elbow pads. Slap onto the,
Ice skate, roller skates.
roller skate.
Roller
Yeah,
skates.
that's what I'm thinking. at
Skates or
least.
blades?
Blades.
Blades.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
In line.
Giddy?
And she looks at you, and you notice one of her rollerblades is jammed into her skull, and she's slightly bleeding.
Slightly.
And she looks at you, and she says, "Why did you leave us?" And let's cut to who's next.
I rolled the next lowest, so it maybe should be me, I guess. Oh, goody. Have we heard anything from Wayne in this venture down the hall?
I did say I was going to give them updates.
Yeah, if you want to give him an update.
Did we hear you?
Hey, guys.
What's up, Wayne?
You know how I said I was going to give you updates?
Yeah, what you got?
I'm just going to let you know that you're going to go through some personal shit.
Are you okay?
I don't know yet. I'll call you back.
Oh,
and I'm going to put the sending stone away.
Okay, bye.
After, why did you leave us? Hey, guys.
Guys, this is gonna take a minute. Okay. Well, Rael, I guess I don't know. I feel bad about Wayne going off and doing this all alone, so I'm gonna go ahead and go forward and see if we can find him somewhere in the middle here. You might stay in one spot. Maybe we'll find you two. I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off, and I guess like Wayne, I'll try to update you.
Relan is not hearing anything you're saying. I mean, he's hearing it, but he's not processing it.
Relan? Maybe he's not used to his new name. Rael?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, sorry.
No, just joking. That's not.
Are you... Okay. Wayne, he's not answering. Are you... Can you hear... No one? Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go for it, I guess.
Same thing. Tell me which way you're going and roll a d4.
Why don't we just...
Unless you want to do an investigation to see if you can tell where the sound's coming
Let's maybe, yeah. We'll try that.
Maybe you'll roll better than a 1.
I am so sorry.
Well, hold on.
Maybe
This could be
I
a
will.
one's only match.
Nope, but it's not good. That's 7.
Okay. You can't really tell either.
Well, I'll go left too.
Okay.
That's a 3.
3? Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at my notes from last session. Apparently I had you guys roll for your first one beforehand.
Oh.
Before we ended. But we're just gonna retcon and say that didn't happen.
I feel like we need to start having, like...
We need a note taker. We need Joey
Yeah,
in here
somebody
to be
to
like
take the minutes or something.
stenographer just off on
I
the
do
side.
have a continuity worksheet. I just sometimes forget to check.
Hey,
Fair enough.
I have it open right now.
hey, we're just having fun, all right? It's all good.
Well, great. So you journey down the path and you see something, pretty much the same thing that Wayne sees right now, just a whole lot of nothing. And give me a perception check.
Oh, this is just not the die to use today. 10.
You don't notice anything either.
Putting these dice away. This is not happening with these today.
Well, as you walk down this path, you kind of, instead of coming to a dead end, you come to a clearing. And what is in front of you is exactly what you heard. What appears to be some sort of medical tent. And as you walk in, you see a familiar face.
Oh.
And he turns around and he has the largest needle you've ever seen in his hand. And you recognize the face of your first love.
Yeah.
Tell us about him. Do you have a name?
I feel like I did pick a name for him, and it's in the Google Docs.
I apologize.
But that
it
was-
is not.
It's not. I thought I picked a name for him. Hold on. I'm sorry to bring us out of universe.
No, that's okay.
If you can't find it, I think it's really easy to make a name up for somebody with a big needle.
The Needler.
Oh, that was good too. Biggs Needleman.
No, because the back.
Oh, wait.
Listen, that doesn't have anything
what
to do
I
with
have
the
here
backstory.
is, and she returned just in time to see her love, and then in parentheses it says name.
I meant to go back and put a name in.
Name.
My bad.
No name, just
Well,
call
then
me
I
Uncle.
will leave that up to the DM's discretion.
I think it's up to you. This is Kithri's past. Could be whatever you want.
Oh, geez, what's a good fantasy name?
Doesn't even have to be fantasy. It could be Tim. Gerald.
Well,
Tim Gerald.
Gerald is... That's old guy's name. King's name.
Oh yeah.
Can't pick that one.
Could be-
That's a
we
weird
could have
coincidence. Daryl.
Daryl. All right. So what does Daryl look like?
Daryl is also a halfling. He grew up in the same village as me. We actually grew up in the forge together, learning from the same forge master. But he, as far as physical looks, he's just kind of a traditional looking halfling guy. A little less stout than Kithri. A little less dwarvish kind of looking than Kithri.
Yeah.
But other than that, pretty standard halfling looking guy. I imagine the one that I am seeing now has some pretty significant scar lines and things on him that were not there probably.
No, I think he looks pretty normal. How you remember him when he was okay.
Oh, good.
But he is in like a stereotypical doctor's kind of coat with a big needle.
Great.
And he says, just in time for your shot. Rael. Hey, buddy.
Hey. Ooh.
So, I want to remind you that I'm pretty sure you're out of your wild shape.
Yes. I'm no longer a sloth.
And you can't wild shape because you've used both.
Yeah. Wait, one was a sloth, one was... What was the other one?
What did you do before that? You did something.
Yes, and I very specifically remember saying, "Hey,
you turned into a rat to come try to spy on me or something, and I kicked you across the deck."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that did happen."
Good times, good times.
I also remember that when you were a sloth, you talked to the captain of the ship real slow, and then you talked to us real fast and normal.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Messed up, bro.
Well, what is Rael thinking in this moment?
I think he's probably overthinking, like, trying to find some logical way to figure out where Boel is.
Okay.
But it's not working for him. So I think after, like, a few seconds of decision paralysis, he'll just take off down the corridor and just go down whichever one feels right.
Great, and what feels right?
Right.
Right, all right. Roll me a d4.
3.
Okay, so good news. In terms of how I'm actually operating this, based on all of your rolls this time and your rolls the first session, or last session, literally pretty much the outcome's exactly the same. So, Rael, you go right. Again, just a hallway. Give me or did you want to do an investigation check, or you feel confident about the way you're going?
I think he's definitely got his ears open for anything that would give him a clue, so I'll go with the... Was it investigation?
Yes.
13.
13. I don't think it's enough. I'm sorry.
Dang.
But you go, you start to go down your path, and again, give me a perception check.
17.
Great. As you're walking, you notice the walls behind you shut.
Ah, the horrors.
And yours is a little different. I'm sorry, one more time. Remind me what your new name is.
Relan.
Relan. I'm going to try so hard. I'm going to try so hard. As you start climbing or walking, a slope does begin to appear. The walls begin to get smaller and smaller and smaller. And it gets to the point where you have to get on your hands and knees to essentially start climbing up. And it becomes more and more dirt-like. And far in the distance, you can see some light. But you hear a voice behind you.
Okay.
And it says, Rayo, I don't know if I can keep going.
Why would you do that? I guess I'll turn around.
And behind you is the zombified corpse of your little brother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Good stuff.
And let's cut back to Zeke. Just a reminder, the last thing you heard Giddy say was, "Why did you leave us?"
And I'm going to hang up on my sending stone. Well, Giddy, it's nice to see you again. I just want to preface whether or not you're real or if I'm hallucinating or what. I didn't leave. I was taken. I was moved forcibly.
As you begin to talk, the walls kind of start to change, and you're less of in a dark tunnel now, and it's starting to resemble home just a little bit. But buildings are destroyed, fires are burning, and she says, "We needed you."
I I know. Again, it was not by choice. If I could go back now, I probably would. But also my friends need me. And I know you're my friends and you needed me, but I don't have any control over my location right now. Can you tell me why your roller skate is in your head?
They came from somewhere else, and the portal, it almost looked like the one you were pushed through. But there were so many. There weren't enough of us to stop them.
Hold on, I just want a brief pause. Why are you blaming me for not coming back when obviously you saw me get pushed through the portal? I'm sensing some foul play here. Mixed emotions.
We looked for months to try and find a way to bring you home.
Okay. And I also have been working to find a way home. Is this real? Are you real, Giddy?
I think so.
I'm not trying to be, insensitive, but I'm pretty skeptical now of, my life. Seeing as I went through a portal, got transported to a land I don't know, have met a weird guy who can shapeshift into animals, and I've made friends with him, and are also short little Smith lady. So I'm sorry if I'm a bit skeptical, but you're gonna have to work with me here because you're obviously, an apparition of some kind, dead, a hallucination. I don't know. So I'm a bit skeptical. You're gonna have to, prove to me you're real or something.
Yeah, and she kind of takes a step forward, and she starts she's pretty close, and she starts falling towards you.
Do I have to roll to catch?
No, but I'll just tell me. Do you try and catch her, or do you step back?
Well, I will not step back, but I will put my arms out as if I were going to catch somebody if they were falling.
Yeah, and you kind of catch her in your arms, and her head kind of falls on your shoulder, and you can feel her. It's as if it is a physical body.
Okay, the emotional trauma's hitting. I believe you. Look, I did my best. I'm still doing what I can. It's just kind of been put on the sideline because I got recruited into this Knights Guild thing. And, of course I want to go back home and help everyone. It's just a bit of a process.
There may not be a home to come back to.
That we just change where home's located. We can move people. No matter how many of them are left.
Are you at least happy?
To be fair, Giddy, I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know.
She kind of reaches her hand up and she puts it on your cheek. And she says, What happened to your eyes?
I think it was some kind of weird corrosive lizard spit. Or, I'm sorry, no, I got stared at. I was in a coliseum. Basically, we've fought people like this before. You look at them, and then suddenly your eyes turn to rocks. It's a whole deal. I can see your outline. I recognize you.
And you can kind of feel as she's has her hand on your cheek, you can feel the blood kind of running down your cheek.
Can we clarify which cheek she's fondling?
Your face.
Wait,
Your face cheek.
blood from
From her hand.
From her hand. Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, am I bleeding? Okay. What did you say came through the portal? What came through?
We did.
We did? Who's we?
All of us. Lots of us.
But you said you were back home, and there was too many of them. What's too many?
Of us.
Of, like, are you mean, like, evil doppelganger things that we've dealt with before?
Not like we've dealt with before. And I guess it's hard to describe to someone who's blind.
Is that Giddy or DM?
So you have like your line outline of her, and all across her body, she starts to like crack as if she were a vase.
Okay.
And she says, "Please come home." And she shatters.
That's not gonna leave the brain bank for a while.
The scene around you is kind of like coming to full fruition as best as you can see with, you know, your situation. There are people all around you in the skies fighting.
Okay.
And we'll cut to Kithri.
Kithri is standing there in shock for multiple reasons. One, the love of her life, whom she knows for a fact is gone, is standing there and she hasn't seen him in years, alive. But also, the giant needle sends a wave of panic. But she doesn't know why. She just instinctively shuts down almost at the sight of both Daryl and the needle.
Great. Sorry to do this to you, but any rolls you make for the next little bit, you're probably going to have disadvantage.
That's fair.
And he starts walking towards you, and he says, it's time. I hope you're ready. I've got this just for you.
No, wait.
And
hold up.
before you do anything major, you start to notice people like getting out of their beds and walking towards you.
Oh, no. Okay, so are any of them people that I would recognize, or are they just random people?
Just random people, and I'd say it's a wide assortment of like fantasy races: humans, elves, dwarves. Some are looking maybe just like they have the cold. Some have slits through their throats, limbs missing.
Yeah.
The little like
array.
Tom and Jerry cartoon bump on their head.
Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. So, like, is the vibe here, is Daryl in any way, like, being menacing? Or is he just, like, acting like he's actually gonna help me?
I would say tone of voice, he sounds genuinely happy to see you. And that he genuinely thinks he's gonna help you. His eyes are almost emotionless.
Ooh. Right. Good. Oh, I really did it to myself, didn't I? All right, and I had just walked into this tent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kithri is going to try to back out of the tent quickly.
Yeah. As you start backing up, you hit a wall
Crap.
where the door was.
Cool. Okay, so in looking around this room, it's just the inside of the tent, right?
Yeah, but what I will say is behind you, it looks like a fabric tent wall.
But it's the
It
wall.
feels solid, yeah.
That's not cool.
And all these creatures are slowly getting closer and closer to you.
Not that this is going to happen, but I do have advantage on saving against poison, if that becomes relevant soon. But oh geez, what would Kithri do? I think it just snaps to in her mind because it's been years. That's not him. This is not real. And honestly, the huge fear inside of her kicks in, and she's gonna try to plow through this crowd.
Great.
Weapons ready.
Give me don't give me let's see. Give me just a flat attack roll with disadvantage.
13 was the lower of the two.
13? Okay.
The other was a natural 20.
What weapon are you using?
I mean, honestly, since she walked in there and wasn't like ready for a fight, I would say she's got her short sword and she probably summoned her soulbound whip.
Cool. So what I'll say is Kithri starts just like swinging. Actually, how would she just swing? Is it like meticulous? Is it frantic?
All of these, it's a varying group of sized people, right?
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna try to dart around Daryl because even though she knows it's not him, that's a lot. But she's gonna be dipping under legs and trying to knock people over and just dart for the clearest part of the room with the least amount of people, probably, to try to find an exit.
You start just like you said, you're dodging around, you're swinging. As you hit these people, they start to crumble, like they were a pot, and they're being shattered.
All right. So as far as Kithri's psyche, when this starts to happen, I think she starts to become a little more confident. Like, okay, no, this is magic. This is not real. This is not an actual, like, it's a threat, but it's not like on a psychological level actually happening. So I think that probably makes her a little more steady, but, you know, the whole Daryl and Needle thing is still traumatizing.
Yeah. The room is getting filled with more and more people.
Where are they coming from?
All around.
Like,
It's
are
kinda,
they just seeping through the walls, or?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say you could kind of tell, or from the floor, or the beds.
Okay.
They're just more and more, and it's getting tighter and tighter, and you feel people, like, start to grab you.
There's no discernible exit, right?
Not that you can tell, but if you want to do an investigation check, you can.
With disadvantage.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. That'll be a 15.
Yeah, I will say in the distance, it looks like you can see what looks to be an exit to you. Kind of like forward, a little to the right, if that makes sense. Like not quite right, not quite forward, like northeast.
Okay. All right.
And I will say, as you notice that, you also see more of them specifically coming or placing themselves in that side.
I'm going to say she's going to try to get out her Staff of Thunder and Lightning.
Okay.
And she is going to attempt to use the Lightning Strike.
Give me a roll with disadvantage, a d20.
It doesn't even matter. That's a 1.
As you're pulling out your staff, the hands grab it and pull it from you.
I am going to try to cut those hands off immediately.
What hand is that you pulled the staff out with?
Oh, sheesh. The left.
The left? Okay. Yeah, so there's, I'm going to say, like 8 different hands grabbing onto your arm and a lot more holding onto the staff and pulling.
Okay. Did they take it out of my hand?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes. It's
Drat.
not far, but it is no longer in your hand.
Because I don't see anything that says I need to, like, wield it for it to
Yeah,
work.
I'd say just touching. Maybe if you had a little pinky. But they are pulling it away. They're pulling it from you and you from it.
Where are they trying to pull me?
Let's say, so it's in your left to your right. if that makes sense. Like they are pulling you away from it.
I don't want to lose that, but with disadvantage, it's not really a good idea to go after it. I guess we're gonna just keep on going.
Like
Keep on slicing, keep on smacking, keep on trying.
Great. Give
and
me
waiting
another D20 with a disadvantage.
Oh, golly. 8 both times.
I rolled a 17.
What?
They now have your right arm, and they pull you down to the ground. And I'm sorry, remind me what his name was?
Daryl.
Daryl walks up, and he's kind of standing above you, and he says, "Medicine time," and he jams the needle in your left arm.
Before he does that, you said they've got me restrained by my arms, right?
Yeah, and I think they're starting to grab onto your legs, too, now that they've pulled you down.
Can I try to yank and kick him in the crotch?
Sure.
Hey, crotch shots, all right? It's where she shines. Actually, maybe not. Can I try to knock the needle?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah, just
Roll-wise.
give me a D20 attack roll with disadvantage.
Why am I rolling this die? Oh, that would have been good if I could use that one. 9.
I'm sorry.
Oh, she's dead.
It shoves into your arm, and you do feel some sort of liquid pour in.
Ew.
And he looks at you and he says, "I always hated you." And then the whole room, like, all the beings start to crumble, including him. And we'll
How
cut.
about the needle?
Yeah, the needle as well. And we'll cut to Relan.
Relan!
Every time. We're gonna call you Raylan from now on.
What up, Relan?
Relan, you've turned around,
Mm-hmm.
and the corpse of your dead brother is behind you.
Right, speaking to me. I'm gonna bend over and like caress his face and be not tenderly, not that way. I mean, yes, tenderly, but like a brotherly embrace. Ask him, "How did you get here? Did you make it up? Why didn't you show up? Why didn't you come with me?"
I was following you.
Would you repeat that?
I was following you.
What do you mean you were following me? I didn't see you anywhere.
I saw you, though,
Where?
leaving.
What do you mean? Where
without
were you?
me.
No, I didn't leave you. You didn't show up.
Oh, I was coming.
I waited for hours. Where were you?
They caught me, but I got out.
I thought you turned on me. I thought you told them where we were meeting, that we were planning to escape.
No, I would never, but one of them bit me, and I got a little woozy, and I tried to climb as fast as I could to find you.
What bit you?
One of the spiders.
Is that the best you got? One of the spiders tried to
far
bite you? You got woozy?
So far ahead of
I don't
me.
know who's making these hallucinations, but you obviously don't know much about drow culture. A spider would never try to bite. And then he just saves his breath. Kicks Boel in the face.
Give me an attack.
Boel in the face?
Oh, yeah.
Was it Boel the whole time?
No. Unarmed strike, just flat.
Yeah.
7.
I'll say you kick him, and it doesn't really push him down. Like, you kick him, and he just kind of keeps looking at you.
Yeah. I think I put my boot print on him, and then I turn around and take off. Continue looking for my friend, my real friend who is still in here.
And he starts climbing after you.
Uh-huh. But is he climbing at the speed of a necrotic corpse? Or is he
Yeah.
keeping up?
I think he's keeping up, and he starts, like, trying to grab at your feet.
Put another boot print on his face.
Also, you said your friend, not friends.
Rael is on Boel right now. Relan.
Give me another attack.
Look, I don't know what you are or what you want from me, but I know you're not my brother. And I give a swift 15 worth kick to the face.
Great. And his nose kind of caves in a little bit.
Oh, come on.
He starts screaming, "You left me! You left me!"
I left because it was the plan. You stayed. It's your fault, not mine.
Abandoned me when I needed you. I trusted you. I loved you.
Well, guess you learned the hard way. I'm not one to be trusted.
I'm sorry, I need a second. I did not think you would go that way.
Whoa. We're getting dark this episode.
That was not supposed to be a betrayal thing. It was supposed to be an angsty teenage thing. Angsty 100-year-old thing.
He kind of stops for a second and he says, I will hate you through whatever is in the afterlife. Paradise, hell, reincarnation. You left me, and I will never forgive you. And he crumbles. And I think we're going to end the session there, besties.
Hold up. They both get just the psychological torture, but I get no. That seems unfair.
I rolled a 3.